Hey, ever feel like your own thoughts are holding you hostage? Constantly replaying worst case scenarios and making you question everything? That, my friend, is your head voice, or as I call it, your human. It's just doing what it does. It's not designed to make you happy. It's designed to keep you safe. I'm here to tell you there's another voice within you too. One you may not even be noticing, yet it's always there. Just waiting to be heard, ready to guide you and support you through this grand adventure called life on Earth. It's much gentler and quieter, and honestly, definitely wiser. It's your heart voice, or as I call it, your spirit. This video is going to help you start learning how to tell the difference between the two and begin the process of integration. That's just a fancy way of saying getting the two voices working together in collaboration. It's kind of a beautiful dance. So learning to tell the difference between the two, this actually saved my life and continues to do so, like actually saved it. Learning to listen to that deeper voice and work with it instead of ignore it helped me stay here, stay alive, learn to value the experience and opportunity to be human. And some days that's hard. So let's break it down. No fluff, no lofty enlightenment speak, just real talk. Let's start with the human voice. That's the one you hear the most. It's chatty. It's the voice that says, "What if everything goes wrong? You need to fix this. Don't screw it up. You'll embarrass yourself. Wait, you need more training or certifications or spreadsheets before you're ready. Let's wait till it's absolutely perfect. Don't move until all your ducks are in a row. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not ready enough." Any of that sound familiar? That's your brain running on what neuroscience calls predictive coding, meaning it's always scanning past experiences to predict future threats. It's not trying to hurt you. It's trying to keep you alive. It's rooted in survival instincts, especially the fight or flight part of your nervous system, your amygdala. It's constantly looking for danger. When it senses threat, even emotional ones like rejection or embarrassment, or hears a tone in somebody's voice, it sends signals to the rest of your system to react fast, defend yourself, urgency. That's your human voice. When this voice is dominant, it often feels like this relentless sense of urgency or pressure. Your thoughts spinning endlessly, maybe caught in a loop, racing thoughts, rumination. It can feel like an overwhelming need for certainty or external validation or approval before you can even act. It might feel like physical tension or tightness in your chest or shoulders or a knot in your stomach. I want to be perfectly clear. This voice isn't inherently bad, and it's not your enemy. It's simply limited in its perspective. Its sole purpose is to protect you based on what it already knows, based on past data, perceived threats, learned behaviors, all of your life experiences to date. But here's the critical distinction. Pay attention. Protection and truth aren't always the same thing. What feels safe in the short term might actually be preventing your growth and authentic expression in the long run. Think about that. So let's move on to the spirit voice, your heart, your deeper knowing. The spirit voice, it's slower, it's wiser, it doesn't panic, it's not impatient, it doesn't shout. It's the part of you that might whisper, "Take a breath. You already know what's right." It might whisper, "You've made it through worse than this. You're going to be fine." It's encouraging. It can be challenging you too, but it's in a soft way. It'll say, "Let it be messy. Growth isn't always pretty. You're okay. You're learning. It's okay to rest. You're enough just as you are." It might ask you, just take one step. You don't need to see the entire path right now. It might even sound like, "This feels right, even if it's uncomfortable. Just lean into it." This voice lives in your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest side. It's aligned with what some researchers call interoception, the body's ability to sense internal cues. This is the voice that often comes online when your body's calm, when you're grounded, or after you've cried it out or journaled for a bit. You know how after you've had a good cry, you feel kind of calmer, you feel lighter. So when this voice is present, it often feels like this deep, calming breath that seems to originate from within your core essence. It can be a soft, resonant truth settling gently in your body, a sense of inner knowing that doesn't need any justification or explanation. It might be a surge of curiosity and openness, replacing fear and rigidity. It's also a profound clarity. It doesn't need to be justified, explained, or defended. It simply is. I think I already said that. It's okay. It's important. A feeling of expansion, possibility, gentle empowerment. This is your spirit voice, or your heart voice. This is the part of you that sees beyond immediate circumstances and knows far more than your rational brain could ever calculate or comprehend. It's connected to your intuition, your deepest values, and your truest north. Okay, so real life moment. A few years ago, a little more than a year ago, I was shifted by circumstances into debating a career move. On paper, everything said, play it safe, figure it out, stay where you are. My human voice was screaming, you have bills, you're too old to switch careers. What if nobody takes you seriously? What if what you have to offer isn't good enough? Underneath all that static was something steadier. My spirit voice was saying, you're done with compromise. You're done making yourself small. This isn't in alignment, and you know that. And so I didn't listen to my human voice that time. I followed my quiet knowing. And yeah, scary as hell. But I've never felt more sure. Even though there's a lot of uncertainty and risk in making such a big pivot, I just feel it at my core. This is what I'm supposed to do. So, how do you tell who's talking? Here's the trick. Here's what I use. Maybe it'll be great for you too. I notice how it feels. It starts with intentional self-inquiry. When an impulse arises, I pause and take a breath, and I ask myself questions like, is this voice rushing me? Is it creating urgency and pressure? Or is it gently inviting me forward and offering this spaciousness for expansion? Does this voice sound scared and controlling? Or is it more steady and curious? Does this feel like pressure? Or does it just feel like presence? Is it criticizing me? Highlighting my flaws and shortcomings? Or is it more encouraging me, speaking to my inherent strengths and potential? Does it stem from a place of fear, scarcity, and all the what ifs? Or does it resonate with a deeper truth, trust, and abundance? When I hear this voice, does my body feel tight, contracted, anxious, and guarded? How does it feel? Or does it feel relaxing, open, expansive, calm, and just this known something's in alignment? So, some key distinctions to consider. Human voice, tight chest, overthinking, need for control. Spirit voice, relaxed shoulders, inner calm, sense of trust or faith. One reacts to external circumstances. Guess which one? Human. The other responds from inner wisdom. Guess which one? Spirit. One seeks to protect you by keeping you small, and the other seeks to expand you into your fullest potential. I think you get the idea on which one's which now. One says, don't mess it up, be perfect, and the other whispers, you're safe, you got this, you're divinely supported. You can also pay attention to the timing of things. The anxious, loud voice, it's usually instant, reflexive. It wants immediate results. It's impatient. But the grounded one often shows up after you pause, after you breathe, after you stop trying so hard. So I want to make sure everybody understands both voices matter. So here's the thing. This isn't about shutting down your human side and honoring the spiritual essence. Your human side is part of you. It's essential. It keeps you fed, clothed, alerted to all the dangers so you don't walk off the cliff, or so you ask your friend what the tone in their voice is. Make sure you haven't stepped across a boundary. But if you let that voice run the whole show, you're going to end up living in protection mode, anxiety, depression, and fear mode, and not creation mode, not expansion. Integration is the key. Honoring both. Duality is the name of the game, and that's what I'm really passionate about. That's what saved my life. Duality and integration. It's about letting your spirit lead, though, and letting your human support the mission, not your human taking the lead and maybe hijacking the mission. So think of it this way. Your human voice helps you survive in the world, and it manages all the logistics, the day-to-day, assesses immediate risks, and processes all the information. Your brain processes all the information. Your spirit voice helps you truly live it and guides you towards deep purpose, connection, joy, and authentic alignment. The point isn't to reject either voice. It's to become conscious enough to discern which one is leading, and in any given moment, determine which one do you want to follow, which one do you want to listen to. Consciously choose which voice you want to guide your decisions and actions. It's about letting your spirit lead. It's all-knowing. It won't lead you astray. And ask your human to follow with trust, not fear and trepidation. So, what are my final thoughts on this? Time to close it up. Your practice is presence. So the next time you hear that internal chatter ramping up, just pause, take a deep breath and ask, which part of me is speaking right now, my human or my spirit? And which voice will be most beneficial to listen to? What do I really want to follow? And that question might just change everything. If your head voice feels loud right now, I want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. You're not failing or doing it wrong. This is completely normal human. Our brains are wired for survival, and the world often reinforces a reliance on logic and external validation. Your brain's not the bad guy. It's actually an ally when it knows it's not the boss. But your spirit voice, it's always there, patiently waiting. It doesn't need to shout or throw a fit. It simply just needs some space, some quiet, your willingness to listen. Now, don't try to achieve perfection in this, or try to get it right every time. It's not. It's a practice of presence and noticing balance. Spirit voice, human voice. Some days your human voice is going to be making the scale heavy, and some days your spirit voice may be completely leading the show. The skill to practice is noticing where you're off balance and balancing as much as you can. This practice gets easier the more you return to it. The more often you consciously choose to listen, the clearer the distinction between the voices becomes. In the moment of conscious discernment, that's when true alignment begins. That's where you reclaim your power and you move forward with clarity and courage. With higher levels of integration and living in balanced duality, you'll start to feel more like you. And there's nothing more beautiful than your authentic self, exactly the way You were meant to be exactly the way you were created. So, if this resonated with you or helped in any way, feel free to share it with somebody else that it might help too. You can hit the like button to support my work and hit the subscribe button for more insights or how to integrate and live an aligned and authentic life. More videos to come. Thanks for listening. And as always, I like to say, sending you peace and light. I'll see you soon.